We all have the ability to manifest our dream life. But in order to be successful with manifestation, we need to understand how reality works. So quantum physics shows us that everything is made up of atoms, and atoms are energy, and energy vibrates on frequencies, and there are an infinite number of frequencies. Now, with manifestation, it's important to know about two universal laws. Firstly, the law of vibration, which is the primary law, and the law of attraction, which is the secondary law. So the law of vibration states that everything in our reality is in a constant state of movement. We're in an ocean of motion. Everything around us is vibrating, including you. So your body is a molecular structure that vibrates at a very high speed. So your body's putting off this vibration. And then whatever vibration you're putting off will determine what you attract back into your reality. That's the law of attraction. So your vibration is made up of how you think and how you feel. And feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. So if you're feeling sad, that's the frequency you're tuned into. If you're feeling angry, that's a whole nother frequency. If you're feeling happy, that's a positive frequency. And whatever frequency you're tuned into is the reflection you get back. Again, that's the law of attraction. So in this video, I'm going to provide practical tips and insights on how to manifest your goals and dreams. So the first step is meditation and visualization. So you want to use the combination of meditation and visualization. So when you meditate, what ends up happening is you close your eyes and you're disconnecting from the outer world. And the focus ends up going on your inner world. As that happens, the neocortex will slow your brainwaves down. So you will drop from beta to alpha to theta. We want to be in the theta brainwave because that is when we're in our subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is what's creating 95% of your reality. So this is how we influence the subconscious mind. We go into that meditative state, we allow our brainwaves to drop into theta, and then we start using our imagination and start visualizing ourselves in our desired reality. So let's say you want to manifest your dream home. So you visualize you being in your dream home. And what you do is you want to incorporate as many of your 5 senses as possible. So visualize how your dream home looks. What color are the carpets? What color are the walls? What color is the curtains? What's the floor plan like? What does the backyard look like? What does it smell like when you first walk in the door? Does it have a new house smell? Does it have a home baking smell? So you want to incorporate as many senses because the more senses you add to it, the more real it seems. Now, they have done tests and studies with imagination. They have scientifically proven that imagination is powerful and gets results. And I'll share an example of this with you. So they did an experiment with playing the piano. They had 3 groups of people. The first group had to practice a little tune on the piano. I can't remember, it was over 5 days. I can't remember like how long they did each day, if it was like an hour a day or what, but they did it over 5 days where they had to play this little tune. There was a second group who only mentally rehearsed playing the tune. So they did it in their mind over 5 days. Then there was a third group who were the control group who did absolutely nothing. Now they did brain scans on these people over those 5 days. I'm going to show you the brain scans now. So as you can see, the interesting thing is that the people who did the practical exercise and the people that mentally rehearsed the exercise have very similar brain scans. Now they've done other experiments as well to prove that imagination is powerful. I won't go into them, but there are other experiments that prove that imagination gets results. So we really want to be using our imagination to manifest. Now, once you do that, once you visualize yourself in your dream reality, and you incorporate your senses, you then want to get emotionally involved. So imagine, how would it feel if I had my dream house right now? What emotions would you feel? You'd be pretty happy and excited and maybe even proud of yourself or relieved. So you embody those emotions, because feeling is conscious awareness of vibration. Your vibration is what's creating your reality. So by embodying the emotions of you having your desire, that is the vibration you're embodying. That's the frequency you're tuned into. And by the laws of the universe, whatever frequency you're tuned into is the reflection you get back. So this is how you manifest it into your physical reality. Now, the second tip is affirmations and positive thinking. So your thoughts, along with your feelings, make up your vibration. Your vibration is what's creating your reality. Now, your thoughts influence your feelings, and your feelings influence your thoughts. So if you have negative thoughts, that will generate negative feelings. Those negative feelings will generate more negative thoughts. Now, we have 60 to 70,000 thoughts every day, and 80% of those thoughts are negative. So this is why we want to make a conscious effort to have positive thinking by using affirmations. Now, I'm going to share an affirmation with you from Bob Proctor. So Bob Proctor is the master of the law of attraction. He used this affirmation every day. I use it also. Now, this is the affirmation. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. So that's a really good affirmation to use if you want to manifest wealth. Now, I also recommend, when using affirmations, to write your own affirmations based off your goals. And when you write them in the present tense. So you start off with, I am so happy and grateful now that ... Now that I have my dream home. Now that I am a successful entrepreneur. Whatever it may be for you. And when you recite your affirmations, you want to get emotionally involved as well. Because your emotions are more important than your thoughts. Your emotions is what influences the subconscious mind. Some people recite affirmations, they don't use their emotions, and they're not very effective. So as you say them, say them with enthusiasm and get those emotions involved with them. And the last tip is also, you want to practice positive self-talk daily, because it's very easy for us to have negative self-talk. We all have this negative inner critic that's always blah, blah, blah. That's actually your subconscious programming. So you want to make that conscious effort of just having that positive self-talk daily. Now, the third tip is setting clear intentions. It's important to have clear intentions for what you want, because if you don't have clear intentions, then the universe doesn't know what you want and can't bring it to you. So you want to figure out all the details around what you want. So for example, instead of being like, I want to be a millionaire, get more specific. I want to be a millionaire by the end of 2025. Figure out all those little details. And then you can have this clear picture of exactly what you want. You can even use vision boards or a visual representation of your goals and put it somewhere where you'll see it every day. This is what I want. You've got that clear picture. You know exactly what it is. You've got the intention there. The universe knows exactly what you want. So then the universe will be able to bring it to you. Now, the fourth tip is taking inspired action. So it's important to take action that's aligned with your intentions. You can't just sit around meditating and visualizing and then expect your manifestation to land in your lap. You still have to put the work in. You still have to put action in. At the end of law of attraction is action. So that's a key part. For example, I want to build a YouTube channel and build this online business. Do you think I would have a YouTube channel if I just sat around meditating and visualizing and then wasn't putting in the action of making videos? Of course not. I've got to make the videos. I've got to put the action in. So what you want to do is identify the practical steps that you can take to achieve your goal. So you can have the main goal, and then from the main goal, you can create smaller goals. And from those smaller goals, you may even want to create little baby steps. Each step over time will lead you to achieving the main goal. So it's very important that you put the work in and you take action. Now, the fifth tip is gratitude and detachment. Now, these two things are extremely important when it comes to manifestation. So we'll start with gratitude. Gratitude is a high vibrational frequency, and it's the frequency of receiving. So you want to express gratitude for what you already have in your life. You may not have your dream home, but be grateful for the house you do have. You also want to express gratitude for your manifestation before you receive it. Now, going by the laws of the universe, whatever frequency you're tuned into is the reflection you get back. So if you're tuned into the frequency of gratitude, the reflection you get back is more things will come into your life for you to be grateful for. I recommend using a daily gratitude practice. So what I do is I start my day thinking of 3 things that I'm grateful for, and I end my day thinking of 3 things that happened during the day that I'm grateful for. So using that practice will keep you in that frequency and vibration of gratitude. Now, detachment is also important because if you make this manifestation important, you're desperate for it, you're needy for it, you really, really want it, it'd be so cool to have, what you end up doing is you end up butchering up the energy dynamics. You create resistance and blocks because desperate energy repels. It's not attractive. So the key is to know what you want. You've got that clear picture, but you let go of it. You let go and you trust the universe will bring it to you in divine timing. That is how you embody a better type of energy, a more attractive type energy that will bring it into your reality. So I'm going to share a couple of examples with you on how these energy dynamics work. So back in 2021, there's a bakery job that I wanted to apply for. It was just a part-time job. Now, long story short, I broke my back years ago and had to have surgery, and it's hard for me to work because I get back pain really easily. So I saw this part-time job going in a bakery, and I was already doing cake decorating and baking from home. I'm a real good baker when it comes to sweet food baking. So there was this part-time job going in this bakery that was 5 minutes up the road. Like, it ticked all the boxes for me. It was 5 minutes up the road. It was in the patisserie, which is your sweet baking, which is what I do. The hours were really great hours. It was 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it's very rare to find a bakery job that starts at 9 a.m. They normally start about 3 a.m. in the morning, and that's because most companies will make their baking early hours in the morning so it's ready to be sold from like 8 a.m. This company actually froze their products and then distributed it to other companies. So that's why I was able to get a baking job at 9 a.m. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. It was like $2 above minimum wage, no drug testing because I smoke weed. So, you know, I was like, this is ticking all the boxes. You know, it was like the perfect job ever. So I hadn't been employed in 5 years because of my back situation, and I was just doing baking from home. I knew about the importance of your energy. So when I went in for this interview, for this job, I knew not to go in with desperate, needy energy, like I really want this job, it'll be really cool to have this job. I went in there with the type of energy where I just trusted the universe. If I'm supposed to have this job, I will. If I'm not supposed to be here, I won't. Fully put the trust in the universe. If I get this job, cool. If I don't get it, cool. I had this carefree attitude, which is a more magnetic type energy. So I went into the interview with that type of energy. I wasn't desperate and needy for it because people pick up on your energy. If they consciously don't pick up on your energy, they subconsciously pick up on it. And so they feel if you have this needy, desperate energy. And so I could tell that I was interviewing well. I could tell that the boss liked me. It was just, I was able to just read the energy in the room. So I walked out of that interview happy as, and I got the job, just like that. The guy didn't even check my references. So I hadn't worked for 5 years. I hadn't been employed for 5 years. It was the first job I applied for, and he didn't check my references. And that is because it's an energy game. I went in there embodying the right type of energy. I wasn't all desperate for it. Now, I'll give you another example of the importance of detachment. So my mum, she wanted to sell up the house that she was at and move further out country. So the house that my mum and stepdad had, they had about 5 acres of land, and we moved there when I was about the age of 6. They were there for almost 30 years. They knew that they were sitting on a pot of gold with this land, like ever since we moved there. They knew that over time that it was going to go residential in their area and that they would be able to sell that land for a good profit. What ended up happening is it finally came time where they wanted to sell up and move. They wanted to go further out in the country because it started going all residential all around them. So they advertised it through a real estate agency, and my mum had this desperate, needy energy. She was like, I just really want to sell this house. I'm sick of being here. She was embodying that desperate type energy, and I tried explaining to her that you need to stop wanting it so much, because wanting it is going to repel it and stop it from being able to, the manifestation to come in. So basically the property did not sell. So they ended up taking it off the market. After they took it off the market, my mum's energy completely shifted and she detached. She started embodying the energy of, I don't care if I sell, I'm happy to be here. She was carefree about it. And then guess what happened? A Chinese man who was buying up all the land around them just randomly walks up their driveway one day and offers to buy their land when it wasn't advertised to be sold. So when they tried to sell it, it didn't sell because my mum was too desperate. They took it off the market. They didn't even try to sell it, didn't care about selling it. They sold it just like that. They made a really good profit. Now they moved out further out in country and have an amazing house and property out there. So this is why it's really important to understand the energy dynamics. So you're embodying the right type of energy. You want to have that attractive magnetic energy that draws things in, and you don't want to have that repelling, resistant type energy that blocks things from coming in. So I hope you like this video, guys. If you got some sort of value out of it, let me know by smashing that like button or write a comment. And if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit the bell notification. I'm going to leave a video here that will teach you how to manifest in your sleep, because manifesting in your sleep is the best time and the best way to manifest, because during sleep, your conscious mind has disconnected and you're in the subconscious mind, which is what's creating 95% of your reality. So check that video out and have an awesome day.